here we go.
Okay.
All right, here we go with John Green here from LycomingFootball.com.
This is Lycomingfootball.com. It's week number 10, week number 9 as far as playing games, and Lycoming College just came off a win against Misericordia, 28-14. A really a good win over there, and Misericordia plays tough all the time in that area, and an up-and-coming team. We're talking to head coach Mike Clark, and Mike, I was looking over some of the things, and the seniors. Mm-hmm. This is big. Can be an emotional game. Last game these seniors will be playing on David Person Field. Have you been talking about that? They're still writing their legacy.
Yeah, that's a little bit of what we talked about last week. Was that our season wasn't finished after the Widener loss. They had still had 3 weeks, and last week. Look, I think last week we survived. It was hard. This week we've been sharper, we've been faster. I think our guys are more excited. I think the seniors certainly realize this will be the last home game that they'll play. So this one is much more significant. We got a chance to start a new home winning streak and get to the 30 win mark in a 4-year period, which hasn't been done around here, I think, since the class of 04. So, there's a lot of things to play for this week.
Yeah, the team, according to my records, are 29-9, 76% winning percentage in a league that has a lot of parity. Not a bad 4 years for these seniors.
No, I mean we'd like to finish it with in the 30s, John, and that's a goal that we talked about coming into this year, and one that we can still attain. So it's going to be hard. I mean, Lebanon Valley's really improved the last couple of weeks, and scored a ton of points, and we've struggled obviously in the last month. I mean, we're 2-2, but we've gotten a little worn down physically, and it's been tough. So it'll be hard, but I get the sense that our guys realize the magnitude of this game, and we'll be ready to play.
How are you physically? I know it was tough to see John Seibel go out, mm-hmm. and I know it's been sort of a tough year physically for some of the players.
It has been. We've been without Matt Patterson for several weeks, but Matt's back this week. Garrett Hartman has been limping around here for a couple years. Tanner Troutman missed some time. Tanner's now back. But John's done for the year, as are a handful of other guys, and that's always hard. I mean, the tough thing with that, John, is that. Especially for a guy like John Seibel, it's just final, and it doesn't end the way that anybody would like it to end, regardless of the number of games. It's just John had come so far and really had taken a major leap this year. I mean,
his senior year's been fabulous.
Probably the best ball skills of any of our wideouts. Just phenomenal ability to go up and really finish the catch in tough situations. And when we went over to the hospital after that game, he knows it's over, and we know it's over, and that's a shame for him because he's a phenomenal kid.
I was looking over some of the stats from Lebanon Valley. Jim Manos he's on his second tour, you might say, at Lebanon Valley.
Yep.
Came back in 2004. He actually has 21 years coaching Lebanon Valley. That's a pretty long time.
It's a lot of years at the same place.
Could be the most of any coach in the MAC. I'm not sure about that.
I would think right now, yeah. For sure.
Let me go over some of the things. Wow, Lebanon Valley 63, FDU 21, Lebanon Valley 46, Wilkes nothing, Lebanon Valley 44, Misericordia 16. Mm-hmm. They've been putting up some points.
Yep.
Now, do you think this team was young and they're starting to put it together?
Well, they did graduate a lot of seniors, mm-hmm. but look, Jim and his staff, and I know you just mentioned him a minute ago, they're really well coached. Some veteran coaches there. He was at Bloom. He's gotten back there. He's established them as one of the best teams in the conference again. They were in the playoffs last year. They had significant losses in terms of their experience, so the beginning of the year would have been hard. And you factor in who they had to play early. Well, they had to play Del Val early, and they had to play Widener early, and it wasn't like they were losing necessarily because they're a bad football team. They just had some tough circumstances, and anyone that can start 0-5 and then get to 3-5, you're really playing probably a 3-0 team more than you're playing a 5-0 team. Their confidence level is going to be really, really high, and we're going to have our hands full. They've gotten it really cranked up on offense, and defensively they're hard to run the ball. They crowd the line of scrimmage. They're very, very active, and that was an issue a year ago. So this is going to be tough this weekend.
They have a good quarterback. Murphy is his name, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, he has like 22 touchdown passes, and yeah.
Well, I thought it was like 17, one under. But I could be wrong there. But anyway, he's been around for 3 years. I think 2 as a starter.
Yep.
But he's the one that kind of broke our heart last year.
Yeah, I mean, we look. They certainly did, and look, that we're not into going backwards necessarily, but I mean, look, we were co-champions.
Well
he did.
Yeah,
no, and they're good, and
best games.
Right, and Irving's a good runner, and their O-line is a physical group, and they're good. I mean, again, you start 0-5. It's hard to recover from that, and most teams don't, but they've really responded, and the most impressive game to me among all of those is the Wilkes score. I mean, the 46-0 is
shut them out
right at the tempo that Wilkes plays, and Wilkes was very physical, I thought, against us defensively. So that's that's an eye opener.
Well, we knew another one of those teams. It's going to be a good game Saturday if you're around. Game time, 1 o'clock at David Person Field. Mike, all the best to you, and see you Saturday, and thanks for talking to me.
I appreciate it, John. Thanks for coming out.
Yep.
This has been a production of Lycomingfootball.com.